Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we're going to be doing another Milsurp review for you. This is a very, very special rifle and it's very close to my heart. I love it very much and these things are awesome. This is a FN-49. This one's an Egyptian contract, and this gun has a lot going for it in the Milsurp world. And it's kind of one of those guns that gets thrown to the wayside a little bit because not a lot of people tend to really know about them, especially if you're just getting into like military rifle collecting. This is one of those guns that's kind of easy to overlook. And the FN-49 is one of those examples of a rifle that was kind of a day late and a dollar short, unfortunately. It was a great concept, and this gun paved the way for the FAL, and ultimately, I guess you could even say the SCAR in a way. A lot of people can see the similarities between the SCAR Heavy and the FAL. Well, the FAL gets its heritage from the FN-49. And this particular gun was just one of those things that, you know, after World War II, there were so many dang guns laying around that this was a hard gun for FN to sell, okay? John Browning's protege helped design this gun, and the early, you know, versions of this rifle that were out there were out before World War II, but unfortunately the factory got taken over by the Nazis, and the development of this gun, a little thing called World War II, kind of put the development of this gun on the shelf. But there were some early prototypes of this gun, I want to say as early as like around 39 or 1940, so it was just a day late and a dollar short, unfortunately. If this gun would have made it in time for use in World War II, it would have been pretty insane. But unfortunately, the gun was plagued with issues getting it out to militaries across the world because there were so many surplus firearms after World War II. And after all that fighting, a lot of these countries were just over it, and they were just ready to be out of the war and ready to go home to their families. And there was a lot of surplus arms after World War II. So what FN did is they marketed this rifle to countries that either weren't in World War II initially, or weren't communists, because a communist country is going to buy guns from other communists, or they're going to make their own guns or whatever, right? You know, they have to use communist type guns. So Egypt was pretty much the largest contractor for FN for this rifle. They adopted it in the late 40s, early 50s, pretty much like right when these guns dropped. Egypt adopted it. And, you know, they already had a bunch of 8mm Mauser ammo laying around, so it made sense to have this gun in an 8mm Mauser. I want to say maybe like 35,000 units or 30,000 units that Egypt ordered from FN. There's several other contracts of this gun that you can get. Luxembourg ordered a bunch of them. Albania ordered quite a few. Venezuela ordered several of these in 7mm Mauser. I want to say were down for 8,000, but only 4,000 got shipped, and then the remaining 4,000 units were sold straight into the American market for surplus. So there's a lot of 7mm Mauser versions. They could pretty much make this gun in any chambering that the buying country would want. Belgium actually adopted this gun as well in the, I want to say in the 7.63 by, what is that dang Belgian Mauser caliber, but the original Belgian Mauser caliber, they did develop this gun in that particular caliber as well. They did some in .6. Argentina originally ordered these guns in the Belgian Mauser caliber, but then later converted them over to .308 with a detachable box magazine. So you have Argentine contracts with the detachable box magazine, Egypt with the 8mm, Venezuela with the 7mm, Luxembourg and Albania, I believe, developed the .6. It may have been Belgium that also had the .6 version of this gun. All of them are excellent, and these guns are just fabulous, and they're wonderful shooters. They've got a nice long sight radius, a nice peep sight in the rear with an adjustable tangent like you would see on a Mauser rifle. It is a short stroke piston operated gun. So very gentle recoil impulse, very easy to keep clean. Very simple overall to pull the gas system apart and clean them. The stocks are pretty elegant, well made. It is a fixed 10-round box. The gun is designed to be fed with stripper clips. So basically we are going to load and shoot the rifle for you. The safety is located over here on the right. It flicks down out of the way so that if you go to squeeze the trigger, oops, that safety actually blocks your finger from squeezing the trigger. As we stated, this is an Egyptian one, so it is an 8mm Mauser caliber. We're going to be firing the gun with some Hugo M75 sniper ammo. Very good ammunition for this gun. You lock the bolt to the rear. And just like any other Mauser rifle, you've got a stripper clip notch that is actually made into the rear top cover. The rear top cover also houses the sights, obviously. And I'm going to try to load this from the position I'm sitting in, but basically just like a Mauser rifle, drops into the stripper clip notch. Okay. And you load 10 rounds in the magazine. Not too shabby. A little bit of effort you can get on it. I don't know if the carrier is designed to smack the stripper clip out of the way. I would imagine likely not, so we'll pull it out of the way. Make sure our rounds are seated in the magazine. Pull the charging handle to the rear, let go. The gun's chambered, it's ready to fire. Obviously with the safety needs to be on. The gun's ready to carry around and use. We're gonna shoot it. And these things, you know, you're gonna get battle rifle-like accuracy out of them, but let's take a few shots. The Egyptian contract ones are the most common because they made the most of them, but they're still not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. When you can find them, they command a pretty good little bit of a price just because they are very collectible and exceedingly rare. But let's shoot this particular gun, have some fun with it. Guys, this is one of my favorite military rifles. I love the FN-49. It is such a pivotal part of the development of small arms technology. And hopefully you can see the nods to the FAL rifle in the FN-49 here. She was just too late for the party, wasn't she, Chad?
Day late and a dollar short, as they say.
Yeah, unfortunately. At least these guys didn't have it as bad as Maston did.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Anyway, that's another story for another day.
That is another story for another day.
All right.
Well, I forgot to repaint the steel, so.
It's okay. I'm going to shoot 100 just center mass.
All right, go ahead.
We did adjust the sight earlier, so let's see where we're at.
All right, moderate. Go one more time. Okay, you're hitting, oh God, you're hitting the protection plate right under the gong.
All right, hang on.
It's about to go. You might have another shot on that gong. Yeah, you're hitting the protection plate.
Well centered though?
Oh, very well centered. But you're aiming dead center?
Yeah.
You're hitting about a foot low.
Okay.
Yeah, that target's about to go.
That's fine.
It's about to get out
now
of here.
these guns might have originally been sighted in with like 150 grain ammo. This is a heavier bullet. Maybe it's hitting lower. But we're not going to cry about it. We're going to shoot the gun. Good group though.
Dude, it's stacked right in there. I mean, that plate's only a few inches wide.
All right, I tell you what, I'm going to bump the sight up a bit here. And it's in some funky language I can't understand. I think Farsi or some mess like that. But anyway, we won't hold that against them. There are some cool markings on these guns too. You can see obviously in English, there is the markings of where the gun was made along with the English serial number. And then there is a crown on top of the gun and some cool Farsi markings, so pretty neat. All right, so how about the little half-size D28 at 200? I'm just gonna bullseye it.
Yeah, bullseye him and see.
And kind of go for it.
All right, now that went a little high there. There you go. Pretty well centered, favor on the left side of the gong. All right, that was right over his left shoulder there. Dead center. Favor on the right side. Those few shots just strung right across the gong. Yep, favor on the right. Directly under.
Now the gong was still swinging too. And look at the force that 8mm puts down range. And that gong is just swinging. It is crazy. All right.
It's got some stomp to it.
Yep. All right, so on safe, we're gonna bring our sight up a bit because we're about to punch out to 300 yards. And I'm gonna try to just load the gun here. Man, just what a classy battle rifle. These things are just a classic gun. I love them.
There you go.
Definitely would beat the socks off a Mauser, wouldn't it?
Just a wee bit.
As much as I love a Mauser, man, these things are just glorious. All right, I'm gonna punch into 300 on the big gong just to see where we're at. And I'm gonna bullseye it.
All right, go ahead. I can see
I'm
where
gonna
you're
try to take my time and kind of shoot a bit of a group here.
Yep, run
And
it.
guys, we're just having fun with this gun. We're not trying to prove nothing. We're just enjoying ourselves here. Nice day, nice breeze blowing.
Maybe just how terrible of a shot we are. All right, send it when you're ready. All right, that was slightly low and left off the gong at about 7 o'clock.
I was bullseyeing it, so I'm gonna bring my sight up and continue to bullseye.
10-4. All right, now that one went high above the gong. About maybe 6 inches above the gong or so, and slightly left.
Huh.
That was odd.
Very
I
odd.
mean, about two and a half or so feet away from your last shot,
It's
directly
okay.
above.
We're just trying to get her dialed in.
Yep.
Good windage though?
Slightly left. There you go. Nailed it about 8 o'clock there. That was off the left side at about 10 o'clock. Same place. There you go, it's a little bit better. Good. Nice. Shot about a maybe 11-inch group.
Not bad for just rapid fire, kind of playing around here.
And we got a little bit of a crosswind too, so
Yeah.
I'd like to think it's not blowing that 8mm around too much at this range.
No, not at 300, man.
'Tis a battle rifle.
Boy, a battle rifle it is. Not gonna be doing much battling with this stripper clip stuck in here. All right. May have to drift those sights just a little bit more. Still hitting to the left a bit. I'm having to favor just slightly to the right. Tell you what, I'm gonna take my time and go for that half-size D28 down there and just try to get them in there.
All right, I'm on it. Send them when you're ready.
Yep. Well, it's tough to see.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Let me try a couple of shots, and if I can't get a consistent string, I'm gonna go try the coyote down there.
Okay. You're on it. A little low center around 5 o'clock. Just right at 3 o'clock. All right, you hit the hanger up at 2 o'clock there. Good. Good. Just off at 3 o'clock again. Just off at about 4 o'clock. You barely clipped the edge of it at 4 o'clock. There you go. Just low.
Boy, it really gets down there. Smacks that freaking gong, doesn't it?
You don't think that ammo's not too heavy for you, don't think, is it?
I don't know, because the sight settings are a little bit odd where I'm setting the sights versus what we're trying to shoot it. This ammo might be on the heavy side, but hey, it seems to shoot pretty decent.
Seems to shoot all right.
As long as I can see the target, it's not bad. I tell you what, the gun's not shooting terrible, And I think you guys can kind of get a little bit of an idea of the history of this gun and what we've tried to cover. It really is a smooth shooting gun and everything, but don't go yet. We are going to go up the hill, take this gun out to 600. All right, these sights go a little further. We're going to try to get some more range, stretch the legs on this little girl. Hey, you know, it's not shooting terrible for 300 yards of open sights. Not terrible at all. Tell you what, before we go, I'm going to take 5 shots, and just for fun,
The gopher or the coyote?
I'm going to see if I can hit the gopher down there.
The gopher? The
This
one
is
on the left
just,
there that's unscathed?
Just for fun, yeah, the one on the left.
All right.
See if I can strike him a couple of times. Oh yeah, now I'm realizing how bad of an idea that was. All right, I'm bullseyeing him.
All right, send it in. Just left of him, a little low. All right, now you hit the bottom of the plate there. Kind of in the dirt. Got him. Dead center, man. Oh yeah. Favoring a little low, but you got him. Just
Hey,
under
2
his
out of
belly.
5, I'll take that any day.
Shoot.
Man, not tearing the brass up, ejecting pretty well, working just fine.
All
Ammo
those
might be a
shots?
little heavy for this gun, but
All those shots were within about maybe 6 or 7 inches of each other.
hey, you know, for a battle rifle, I'll take that any day. Let's go up the hill and go even further with the FN-49. Just because we can, we're here, it's a nice day, let's do it. All right, guys, we're up here on the tower with the FN-49. We're gonna go for it here. We've never shot it at this range, Chad or I both, so we're just gonna go for it. You're gonna learn along with us. This is an awesome gun. I've plinked with these a little bit, a few hundred yards before. This is the furthest range I've ever shot this particular gun. 600 yards of open sights for an old mill syrup's definitely a challenge, and we always relish the opportunity to be able to, you know, stretch the legs on these guns a little bit. So, M75 sniper ammo. The word sniper is in the name, but that's where it stops. All right. Yeah. Okay. FN-49 Egyptian contract. Let's just have some fun here.
You going
I'm
for
going
the
to bullseye it with the 700 setting here, and
22-inch round?
Yeah.
All right.
If I can even see the dang thing. Okay.
Oh, well, all right. So you hit the 8-inch popper.
That far to the right, huh?
It's that far to the right. Whoa.
What the heck?
Oh, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know where my hold is. Let's just see if we can keep hitting it then.
Go ahead. Well, I don't know where that one went. Wow, okay, well that one hit the 22-inch round up at the top about 1 o'clock.
Let me make sure I'm not getting goofy on the trigger here. This is kind of a heavy trigger on this gun. Of course, that has nothing to do with it. Let me see.
That was just off the right side about 4 o'clock. Yep. Down low about 6 o'clock on the edge of the gong. That was just left off the gong at about 7 o'clock. Wow, that hit like 3 feet low.
I saw that. That's crazy.
Man.
I'm really deliberately trying to be very careful with my trigger control here. It's a very, very heavy trigger. Definitely not a target trigger. It's fun though.
That one hit down there in front of the gopher.
Huh. Strange.
That's more like it. Good hit on the 22. About 6 inches low, off at 6 o'clock.
Man. All right.
That was quite seamless. Nice loading there.
I can load it well. Hey, you know, in all fairness, guys, this is where the rubber meets the road, man. These guns are not easy to shoot at this range.
Heck no, they're not.
Especially, I'd have to put a trigger pull gauge on this, but I guarantee it's like a 12-pound trigger.
Even being a 2-stage?
Yeah.
Wow. Same target?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not an excuse. I'm just stating the fact. It is a very heavy trigger, which anybody can learn to shoot any gun.
So it's got a New York trigger in it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty much. It's definitely a battle rifle.
Oh yeah. Send it when you're ready.
Dude, that hit all the way to the right.
Yeah, it hit under the 8-inch popper and then bounced into the
Oh, okay, yeah, that explains it.
Yeah.
Okay, strange.
Yeah, it hit low and then popped up.
I'm holding this bad boy as still as I can. I mean.
I can't tell if that one went right over the top of the gong or it hit, I think it hit just right over the top, like literally, and fell behind the gong. And that one hit a little bit low there and slightly left, it looked like. There you go. Favoring low on the gong. Got a little bit of a wind to contend with. You got it. Still makes me wonder if that ammo might be just a little bit heavy for that gun.
I don't know.
Man, that hit way low too and slightly right.
Very strange.
About 2 feet down in the dirt.
I mean, it puts them right in there. It's just a matter of getting on the sights just right. I mean, you have no room for error. Zero.
Yeah, it is definitely windy today too. That can't be helping matters at all. That hit down there low right in front of the 8-inch popper again.
Strange.
Very. Just low and right off the plate about 5 o'clock.
Foot
and a half low.
Strange.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm pretty much maintaining about the same sight picture, just trying to lob them in.
Dude, that thing hit like 4 foot low.
Strange.
Wow, that's nuts.
I don't know if maybe she's just getting warm or what.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a try and see if it's doing the same thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, here's something to understand about this. We know we can take an AR with a space age scope on it and come out here and drill that gong all day long. That's not what this is about. We're trying to showcase what the gun's capable of doing with a couple of shooters and just kind of show what the gun's all about. I can definitely see where this gun would be a really nice battle rifle for the time, you know. Had this gun been around in time for like World War II, heck yeah, you know, this thing would have been a game changer for sure, compared to some of the turn bolt guns of the time and everything like that. But these guns are just phenomenal. They really are, and they're fun to shoot. And sometimes a gun doesn't always have to be a space age tack driver. Sometimes having a little bit of fun with an old iron-sighted rifle will kind of teach you a little thing or two yourself as well. So I'm going to let Chad have a go and see if, you know, maybe I'm having a fluke day. Who knows? Maybe Chad will sit down there and pit the ace. Who knows? But I'm going to let Chad have a go. And same ammo, same gun. We're going to let her cool down just a bit, get Chad on it, have a little fun here.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a few shots with the FN-49 here. This is actually my first time behind this gun. I've only shot one other FN-49. That was one of the 7mm a long time ago. And I'm going to take a few shots with it and see what's going on. I mean, see if maybe Eric's just having kind of a fluke day or whatever the case is. I mean, sometimes we get out here and, you know, if you shoot enough, you have those days every now and again. So take a few shots and see. I mean, we were commenting about the weight of the ammo. Might be a little bit heavy for the twist rate of this gun, but not really sure about that. So we will see. We'll see what this big old heavy trigger is that he's talking about.
Yeah, it's highly unfun.
Highly unpleasant, huh?
It's definitely not a 3.5 pound K31 two-stage trigger.
Not at all.
Definitely a first-rate battle rifle though. Things are awesome.
Man, I tell you, I mean, that front sight blade is a lot skinnier than the one on the Hakeem for sure.
It is.
And the longer sight radius is really, really nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll take a few shots here.
Yeah, have fun with it, man.
All right. All right, so bullseye, 22-inch round.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Low and left about a foot.
Okay.
Just to the left.
Okay. I'm gonna bring it up just another click here.
Okay.
So I was having to aim like up high above the gong for my sight picture here.
Yeah, strange. I was aiming like right all the way at the bottom of the gong, if not down in the dirt, to get it to hit. Strange.
Yeah. Everybody sees them a little different, you know. The trigger is a little bit on the heavy side.
A little bit, you think?
All right, bullseye again.
Yeah, go for it. About 6 inches over the top of the gong.
Okay, cool.
I did not see it. You might have missed right over the top.
Okay, well, I was aiming a little bit lower, so let's
okay.
see.
That's weird.
Stringing them around like it did for you.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe the twist on that gun is not like in the 196s.
Maybe not. Well, it just means we'll have to come out and shoot again.
I know.
Oh, boo-hoo.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right.
Right over the top. Really good, good windage.
Okay.
Just to the left.
Okay.
You're kind of all around it.
Yep.
Good shot. You impacted pretty much dead center, right on the top side of the gong, kind of favoring the top.
Okay.
I don't think it has a problem with those 196s. It's getting right in there. About a foot over the top of the gong.
Dang it.
You're shooting about a 14-inch group.
That's about what you were doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a battle gun, and that's pretty much, what, a 2-minute gun?
A little bit more than 2
Yeah.
at this range, yeah.
I mean, I think M1 Garands were, what, 4 inches at 100? And
yeah.
And it was good.
That was good enough.
So.
Good enough for government work.
Yep. It's already got a grand beat in the accuracy department, maybe a bit. Good shot. That shot impacted about 2 inches to the right of your first impact, okay. So pretty good. That's about a foot lower than those two there, but heck, not bad. I mean, still within about a 10-inch circle.
Well, I've got a pretty good point of aim. I'm just gonna keep that and run with it. So we discovered something earlier. I was filming a little bit of B-roll of the gun, and I saw this little latch on the side here. I'm like, what's that for? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it locks the bolt all the way to the rear, so it takes tension off of the magazine follower and makes the stripper clips a little bit easier to load.
Of course you say that and then they won't load, right?
They won't load at all. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, you know, it worked well for the time, and I can see where it would be a just really phenomenal battle rifle for the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit easier to load for sure.
Yeah.
All right, 10 more shots and we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna keep...
How heavy you think that trigger is?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's quite like maybe 10 or 12 pounds. That first stage is a little bit creepy. So it has this kind of staginess to it. You can feel it kind of going, and then it comes to a defined stop. I'd say it's probably maybe around the 7 or 8 pound mark, but
still a pretty heavy trigger.
It's a little bit heavy for, I mean, for a battle rifle, I wouldn't say that it's heavy, but for something like a target gun, of course, you know. I mean, heck, my stock M1A trigger, I think it's 2-stage, and I think the second stage breaks around like 5 or 6 pounds, something like that.
That's really not unlike a service rifle would be, I suppose.
Not at all. All right, I'm gonna keep the same point of aim. And,
yeah, go for it, man.
And just try to shoot a group.
Yeah, hopefully you can fare better than I did.
A little dust cover. All right. But all right, let's see. Wind is not helping matters.
Yeah, but that 8 really gets out of that wind real easy, though.
It does.
Big, heavy bullet, good ballistic coefficient. It gets in there.
Okay, sending her down range.
Do it. Just off, right on the left edge of the gong. So those first 2 shots and the one that dropped low and that shot, probably about 14 inches.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not good either. Now the K31.
I mean, consider the trigger. I mean, you're shooting it pretty good.
Not bad. Let's see. Man.
That was about 8 inches over the top of the gong.
Yeah. Well, I kind of pulled it. My finger slipped off and ran into the.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's easy to do. There. Maybe that's something I can work on as a good no hack trigger job for that. Might be able to improve that trigger some.
I'm sure if anybody can come up with it, he can.
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
About the same spot as the other one, about 1 inch to the right of that last shot you just made.
Okay. And where was that last shot again?
About 8 inches over the top of the gong.
Over the top, okay.
Yep.
That wind did die down
I think really what this becomes, Chad, is just a battle of seeing the sights properly and getting lined up with the gong. I mean, I think the gun will deliver the goods for sure. Good shot. All right, so your point of aim is exactly where it needs to be because that shot landed, those first 2 shots, it landed within a few inches of each other. You're within about 1 inch of that.
Okay.
So it's right in there. About a foot high and about 6 inches to the right.
Dang, man. Yep.
It's not easy, man. I'm telling you, it's all trigger with you. Foot over the gong.
Man.
That one landed right over the top of the gong and disappeared behind the plate. I saw the dirt splash.
Okay.
That looks like it hit to the right. Now guys, I want to mention something before this video's out. Well, I don't want to interrupt Chad's shooting. When you guys are seeing the splashes downrange, a lot of you guys are saying, oh, well, Chad or Eric, you're not spotting correctly because you're calling the shot wrong. We're actually not calling the shot wrong. It's the angle that we're filming from. You are seeing the splash in relation to the target from a different location than what we are. So that's why you're seeing it different than us. we're calling it correct because we're seeing from behind the shooter, whereby you're seeing it from a much different angle, which makes it look like it's different. It's a different point of impact than what we're calling. Okay, if that makes sense, guys.
I don't want to put my camera like right in front of the gong. You know, I got to hide it behind a tree or something.
That's right.
So.
Okay, whenever you're ready, Chad.
Right. Yeah, I got a few more shots here, I think. Man, that wind!
Yeah, I know, man. Good shot. Excellent. That looks like it impacted on the bottom of the gong. Low and right about 5 inches.
Well, it may have been a little bit of an exercise in futility today, but what a fun gun. And just, you know, a nice classic piece of military history and such. And, you know, Eric has had, you know, this hankering for FN-49s for the longest time. Every time we talk about military surplus, you know, FN-49s come up in the discussion. It's like, man, I really want one of them Argentines. I really need the Venezuelan. I wish I never would have sold that thing, you know. But definitely a fun rifle. And the lineage with the FN-49 leading up to the development of like the FAL and eventually like the SCAR, it has a very rich history and just a highly collectible gun overall. But hopefully you guys saw the fun and humor in this video, and you know, we just bring you guys along for the ride out here to the range. You guys kind of just go along with us, and you know, we figure things out as we go, and you get to see the process. So hopefully you enjoyed this type of content. We've got a ton more military surplus videos coming out in the pipeline, so stay tuned for those. Until next time, take care.